Hello and welcome to another episode of Simple Not Easy. I'm your host, Gavin Bowen. I want to start this episode with a bit of housekeeping. I've decided to change part of the format to Simple Not Easy. And really all it means is I want to make shorter videos. Videos that are at least under 5 minutes long, in the single digits. No longer than 10 minutes, but ideally 5-minute long or shorter videos. That way I can produce more videos on more topics and get them out to you so that we can have conversations about a wide range of things, because ultimately I know it's difficult to sit down to a video that's 15 minutes long or even longer than that. I totally get it. It's difficult for me too. And so with that, I'm going to get into today's episode and start off this new format. And on today's episode, I want to talk about Syria. Syria is in civil war. It's been in civil war for 6 years. And through the Obama administration, not a lot was done to address Assad's use of chemical weapons on his own people. And he used chemical weapons again, even though we were told all the chemical weapons were taken out of the country with the support of Russia. But it has been shown in Turkey that doctors there have discovered sarin gas in people who were affected by the recent attack. And footage has come out of Idlib, the city that was attacked in Syria, of children suffocating, not being able to breathe, men and women dying because of a chemical attack. But we don't have Obama anymore, a president who actually went to Congress to ask for authorization for use of force, and Republicans basically said, nah, we're not interested. We have Donald Trump. And what did he do? Well, after years of criticizing Obama for potentially using force in Syria, Trump goes ahead and uses force on his own and bombs the airbase where the planes flew the chemical attacks from. Yes, the bombing is probably symbolic for a lot of Syrians who were thinking the U.S. was doing nothing about it. But what are the long-term effects of just bombing this airbase? I mean, it doesn't seem like we have an end game. Because all wars have to end, how will the Syrian war end? Because Trump used a lot of emotion and imagery of the children dying as sort of justification for this bombing, but he said that was it. This is the retaliation. Rex Tillerson said it was just a retaliation. But then Nikki Haley, the UN ambassador, told everybody at the UN, hey, if you're not going to do anything, just expect more of this. So really, we have no clear end game to our problem there in Syria. And it is our problem. There are children dying and innocent people dying. We need to take a stand against these things. And bombing the airbase, yes, in principle, that was the right response. But if we don't have a strategy going into this, it's probably only going to result in more problems. And that's what we get from a president who uses misinformation, diversions, and manipulations, because that's what he is. That's what he does best. He's a con man. So it's really hard to believe anything that comes out of this White House until we actually see the end result. And that's scary. That'll do it for this episode of Simple Not Easy. Please share your thoughts and comments below. I'd really like to hear what you think about Donald Trump's decision to attack that airbase. That sounds like a weird sentence. I just realized Donald Trump's decision to attack that airbase. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So your thoughts on Syria and the use of chemical weapons, all of that. Until then, I'll see you next time.